Reef DVM's coming at you today with kind of a simple project. If you need to make an outdoor chicken feeder, there's all sorts of tube styles which continually feed the chickens. But sometimes you want to put out like a scratch block or something, and really it's pretty easy to do. You want to keep the rain off it, maybe some of the snow off it. Find some old 2x4 stuff. In this case we have some old decking material, some of the Trex decking in black and some of the Azatec there in PVC. I can get my daughter Tabitha on the saws here, and we're going to cut a few pieces to the same length, and once we get those pieces cut to the same length, we're going to screw together some legs, kind of make a top for it, and make a little roof, and, basically we'll have a nice container to, put like a scratch block or a chick block in it, or whatever you want to call them. And really the only thing I had to buy in this case was some screws. We ended up finding some bolts, found actually some stainless steel ones and some of the Barnes supply, and of course I had to use one of the cattle salt block feeders just so that I could, keep the chick block where I want it. And we marked out some holes on the legs, and we drilled some holes and put the bolts in. Fairly simple task, and nothing that was too overachievable for an 8, 9-year-old kid. This is going to be a nice project. We'll probably take it to the fair for her on the chicken poultry project and show it there too, because it was a nice thing for her to build. And the good part is we didn't, like I said, really have to invest anything. We took a, salt block holder from Fleet Farm that we've been using for the cows, and we've got a couple of those laying around. And like I said, we've got some Trex wood here that we're going to use for the legs so it won't rot. And we had some outdoor decking screws, which we're going to use to attach the Azatec PVC pieces here to it and make the roof out of it. So basically, it's all kind of a recycled, product kind of thing, which is really nice. And of course it's a good project for her to do. It probably took us all of maybe a couple hours to put together. It'll be usable for the fair, and the chickens are just going to love it because, again, we can put this out in the chicken yard. It'll keep most of the rain off it and heavier snows off it in the winter and work really good. Here she's got it upright and level. Kind of got that first top piece on. That was the trickiest part for her, just making sure that was level. Once we got that on, putting the roof on was really fun for her because as you put the roof on, each piece goes on. Sure, it's not, overlapping, so it's not going to be, dead set waterproof. But again, it is just a chicken block or scratch feeder, which is nothing that has to be perfectly waterproof. But as she put each piece on, she fell in love more and more with the design and the project. It was a little hard for her to visualize at first, but certainly, again, an 8, 9-year-old can pick it up pretty quick. You can see by the smile there that she's really getting into how the look of this thing's going to be and how it's going to hold up. So here it is. We don't have the legs quite painted yet. We're going to do that in a few minutes. I'm going to put a little eye bolt on the bottom too, for each leg, just so that it can't get pushed around. And believe it or not, sometimes the birds are stronger than you think, but also so is the wind. The object is fairly heavy. I'd say this thing probably weighs maybe 30, 35 pounds. So I don't really want it tipping over on a bird or accidentally hurting any of them, especially if they go on it. And then there it is with a chick block in it. Chick blocks are, I think $10 at Fleet Farm around here. A block like this will last 4 or 5 birds a whole summer, which is great. It's a really nice device, simple to make. I've got a couple stakes there, and I'm going to put in those eye hooks there and keep it on the ground so it can't get slid around or moved around. Like I said, total cost on the project was all of about $20, which is great. Most of this is just recycled material we had laying around the farm. I think if you built this new with all new material, you'd probably spend under $100. Thanks for watching, folks. Please like or subscribe and support our channel. We'll keep putting out great videos like this. Thank you.